Okay, so we're heading out to Enmerkar forest. So as you'll notice, the season's changed and there's a bit of snow on the ground, so either wrap up warm or take some teas with you. And for your trip over, you're going to need some rations as well. As part of the main story, before you departed, Risa should have given you some, but if not, you can craft some easily or buy some from the store. And you need a minimum of 3 to cross the border. Okay, so as soon as you enter the forest, you're going to notice the enemies are slightly more difficult. You're going to have 2 to 3 bandits instead of the usual 2. And also you're going to find deers and a rare spawn of a giant. Your first point of reference is going to be the Lonely Tower. If you go just north of here, you'll find a chest. We will hopefully cover these locations later, but at the moment I'm just going to show you how to get to Berg and the area around it and the routes I took. So on my first visit, I didn't realise you could go through the abandoned docks, so I decided to take a route round it, hoping to avoid any enemies, and I call this the scenic route. Along the way I ran into some deer and a red glowing deer, which is the alpha deer. If you kill this, you want to collect the coral horns. For a later video I'll show you how to make a good bow out of these. And they also drop some good meat, which allows you to make some food dishes that will give you some great benefits.
If you go down in the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise.
Also a tip here, if you see butterflies, put your tent down there because you won't get attacked or ambushed. On this occasion the travelling caravan showed up, which was a bit of a bonus. This is a random spawn that you just come across and it does have some rare items you can get hold of. On my travels as well, I also stopped to drink some of the river water. Please don't do this. If you've seen one of my previous videos, you'll understand why. It gives you a stomach bug of sorts, and then you can't keep your food down, and it depletes you. And it causes no end of problems. On my travels, I also came along a very interesting dungeon I'd like to go back to at some point. Then I moved around to some ruined areas where I spotted a giant and another group of deers. I killed another alpha one here, which gave me my last coral horn I needed, before the final leg of my journey over a bridge and into Berg city, which I'll show you on the next episode. So after my long and arduous journey around through the island, over the bridges and through the ruins, what I could have done is just gone straight for the abandoned docks. There may be a group of enemies just before the docks, a couple of bandits or deers, but other than that there are no enemies in the docks and there is a chest there as well. It's just an easy pass through to the city of Berg, and this is the most direct route. That's just a short video on how to get to Berg, and in our next episode I'll show you what's in Berg and then the faction choice I chose. For now, it's onward and outward.